remember something really important. And when Flower remembers something, it's usually a big deal. And this is going to be a very big deal to her and to everyone. And she's going to play an integral part in opening the restaurant. We're also going to see her cult members, and we're going to meet her cult leader, Bruce, that she talks about a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Some big stuff.
Big stuff.
For Sass, we're going to see, again, his love life. We're going to dive into his love life a bit more. And he's going to learn a lot. He's going to learn a lot about love. And another thing is a flashback with Thor. We're going to see them without any other ghosts. And,
yeah, they were together for like 500 years before the rest of us showed up.
Yeah.
So
we've been pitching for an episode of just Thor and Sass, and like, what was going on back then? Because they like didn't speak each other's languages. So like, how did that like? Who learned whose language? And then also, Flower and Sass have their first scene one-on-one together.
yeah, we're so excited.
We're excited about that.
Yeah, we're good friends, and we've been kind of like, oh, when can we get to see you guys? We're trying to get to see you.
It's gonna be super fun. I love that episode. I feel like the characters learn a lot from each other.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's gonna be stay tuned for that.
And just Ramon's like amazing this season, so you're gonna see a lot of it.
No, she's amazing. We missed her so much
why I
last
said
season. Yeah, sorry. We missed her so much last season. No, we really did. Like, I was just talking about how one of my favorite episodes of the whole series was last season, episode 8, when Hetty and finding Flower in the well. There was something so profound and intense and hilarious, and like also feeling the joy of having Flower back. It was so amazing. So we missed you so much.
When we actually filmed that scene when I come out of the well and I say everybody like, hi guys, I missed you guys. I mean, it was real. Like, there were like tears, and it was really, really fun and special.
Well, as fans, we definitely miss Flower too.
Yeah.
We were very glad she wasn't gone.
Yeah.
Or sucked off as the show.
Yeah.
Well, can you tease anything about the circumstances of the episode that kind of, where you have that first solo scene?
Well, I will say it's in the Christmas episode. And
I'm glad you said that. I'm like, oh, I did not remember. They all
Season
blur
4,
together.
Season 1, I've been like, okay, so episode 8, page 2.
Yeah. Because we're shooting episode 11, 12?
Yeah, we're on 11 and 12
So,
right now.
and you know, we're on the same costumes, we're in the same set, so you're just like, I don't know. Like, they all blur. Honestly,
Yeah, I just say that we can tease that we learned something really, really mind-changing about Sasabis that I think alters Flower's point of view of him, for sure. And
yeah, that's a good way to put it. Without
yeah,
giving
because you would
anything
think
away.
at this point we know everything about each other, and the truth is we don't. So, yeah.
The show's such a great ensemble, and there's all these characters, and you mentioned how like you're having your first kind of one-on-one episode, so there's a lot of kind of interchanging dynamics between who's kind of interacting with who, you know. How do you guys sort of come together as a cast to get everyone together, or do you ever like request like, hey, I'd like to have another scene with so-and-so, or do you have any input on that, or is it all just the writers and you guys kind of go along for the ride?
I think the Joes, our showrunners, are always open to hearing our ideas, and for sure, and like how we feel about what the character's doing and everything. I think that in general, though, they have a pretty good plan of what's going to happen, and so I like to be pleasantly surprised when I get the savory script and everything. But yeah, it's a mix.
Right. Same, yeah. The writers just do an amazing job. I think honestly for the last few years we kept dropping little hints like, oh, Flower and Sass haven't had a scene together. That's so crazy.
Yeah, and our scene together came in a rewrite.
It came in a rewrite.
And
That's
I remember saying to the writer who was on set that day, oh my god, this is great because we've been waiting because we have it. I know. Yeah,
we know.
Together, yeah. There you go.
We got the
And we're like,
complaints.
go.
But for the most part, the writers, they do their thing, and we get the scripts, and we're like, wow, cool, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, I get to go in dreams? That's cool. Like,
So cool.
Yeah.
His powers. So
Not to get too technical, do you want to jump in?
Can you describe the season in 3 words?
It's a much harder question.
Oh. But it's a great question.
Every
'cause
episode is so
it's
different.
making me like literally the whole season's like flashing through my brain right now.
And everybody's doing such different things.
I was just about to say a word that would probably give something away. Okay, this is dangerous. This is dangerous.
I'm getting in the
What you're
scope.
doing. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Singing. I'll do one. Singing.
Okay. Ooh, that's good.
All right, I'll do another.
Please.
I don't have one.
I'm just gonna say. I want to say words like. The thing is, let me just explain why this is hard for me. Because I know I would be spoiling something. You all have no idea what it means, but I know I would be spoiling. But
Travel.
Okay.
amazing. She's good at
This
this.
is a game show in itself.
Yeah.
That's not saying this should be
And then what's one more? He's a monster.
For the record, I just got a matcha latte handed to me. Last one you say is. I don't want to do something boring.
Family.
I was literally gonna say family.
Well, I beat you to it.
And I was
great.
like, that's so boring.
All right, let's do it together. Ready?
Family.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's so funny.
Not to get too technical, but I'm just curious about when you guys film the scenes of like walking through walls and stuff like that. Do you just it's just like the one of you walks through the wall goes off to the studio somewhere, it's just a green screen, or do you guys do any of that on set, or how does that all
Yeah,
work?
we do it all on set. It is very technical. Luckily, they have it down to a science, though. It really doesn't take long. They pop up the green screen from wherever we already are so quickly. Whoever's involved in the VFX has to just hit their mark and cross the little green laser to know when they've crossed through a wall or not. And then you're kind of done in like 2 takes.
Yeah, there's 3 steps. It's like one, with the wall there, and you literally just walk to the wall and stop. The second is a clean slate, so like no one there, it's just like the wall. And then the last one is they take the wall out or a door out, and they put a green screen with lasers, and then you walk through the lasers. So like with the whole cave thing was so interesting is because the cave was only half of a cave, so we kept just like turning around in it. It was like kind of confusing, like where the hell are we?
Yeah.
And then we would go through a wall, and then we'd have to turn around and do the green screen and go through the green screen. So yeah, technically that is how.
That's very cool.
It's cool to see, like
I
especially
love
like.
doing it.
But it's funny when you see the like final product. You're like, oh wow, that came together.
Yeah.
Like, we felt like fools when we were doing it. It felt so funny. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned there'll be a Christmas episode. We also there's a Halloween episode. What can you tease about the holiday episodes? And just how fun is it to get to do those and to kind of bring in the seasonality?
It's so fun, first of all, because it's like early September and everything is decorated at Christmas and there's fake snow everywhere, and you're like, oh, cool. And Samantha is a great hostess and always magically does up the mansion like overnight, you know? So you get really kind of in the festive holiday spirit just being there. And she loves Christmas so much, it's really infectious to the other ghosts, I think. And in that episode, I think we can tease that she goes on a journey with Jay's family. And
That's a hard episode because a lot happens
A
in
lot
it, and I
happens.
want to say so much.
Just hold on to your butts. It's gonna be even crazier than last Christmas episode.
Yeah. It's gonna be double the fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. This is hard.
You're doing great.
I'm gonna borrow a question I heard yesterday. What's the ghost group chat called?
Ghost fam.
Ghost fam. Yeah, Ghost fam.
With a little ghost emoji.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know who made that. I swear I did that.
You probably did.
Yeah, because no one in the cast would ever write fam.
Only the Gen Zer.
All right, I'm a millennial cusp. Okay. Okay. I'm delirious. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
thank
so
you.
fun. Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
y'all. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you guys.
How was it to go from 1 to 3 to 2 for you?
Numbers wise? Yeah. I don't want to talk about
I
that.
know,
You
exactly.
bumped
I know,
me.
it bumps me too.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We're our broken little brains.
So what can we expect from Sam and Isaac for the rest of the season?
Oh, well, he's entrusted her to solidify his legacy in a book,
Yes.
and she better not.
And a restaurant.
And a restaurant. Oh yes, and a restaurant. He's really placed a lot of faith in
He
her
doesn't
to.
have many options, which is what's nice.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but he acts like he does.
Yeah.
So she better come through for him.
Yep, and Sam is just going to keep taking it over and over and over again because
Yeah.
she's desperate to be liked by everyone, but particularly by Isaac.
Oh my God, is Isaac her favorite?
I think
Yeah,
that she
yeah.
likes his hard. Yeah. No, I think she loves how hard to get he is for her. She really does desire people's approval, and when she senses a challenge that he's not an easy win, that's very appealing.
And I think he sees a lot of himself in her, in terms of like wanting to, that aspiring to more. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But I think it kind of comes out very critical.
We've touched on them being sort of an alpha beta dynamic similar characters in some ways.
You guys have such a great ensemble cast. What's the atmosphere like on set? Is it all hard work? Is it all laughs? Is it somewhere in between?
I would say I think it's a lot of laughs. It is definitely hard work, and I think that I noticed this year how much we are harder. Each one of us are harder on ourselves. Does that make sense? Like just.
Honestly, I think we're aware it is such a strange time in the industry, and we're so lucky to be on a show for 4 seasons that it deserves us to do our best work. And I think I'm really proud of us for that. I think everybody's really dug deep and tried to find new things. We enjoy really kind of collaborating with the other players and try to find something that's not on the page or elevate an idea that we may have brought up in a read-through. We've been kind of unpacking more than we had, I think, seasons prior.
I think so. Yeah, there is. Yeah, that
Gratitude is
how lucky we
right.
feel to be a part of an ensemble cast like this.
Yeah.
It just adds not pressure, but just like you want to make sure you do it right, and I think
Don't take it for granted.
Don't take it for granted. Yeah, but it is a lot of laughs. Yeah, almost too much to the dismay of our amazing bilingual crew that speak, I'm sure, in French about us all the time.
That's why we're both learning French.
We're both learning French. Just make sure.
You're not gossiping, are you?
Yes, you're not gossiping. What was that about me?
I heard Rose.
Yeah, I heard Brandon. Beautiful.
What is the really fun things about this?
Sheila.
One of the really fun things about the show is it's got to be very creative and unique with how it brings in the guest stars. Of course, you can bring in the guests, but when it comes to the ghosts, we've got to see different ghosts, like the traveling car ghosts, and then this season we get to finally meet Patience. Are there any new ghosts you can tease that we get to meet along the season that are kind of fun that you're looking forward to fans seeing?
We definitely get to see some people we've met before, and I don't want to say too much there because I'm sure I will get in major trouble. But yeah, we get some like Nancy. We have Betsy back, who's incredible. We have Nigel, played by John. We have Poonam is just my favorite to come visit.
But she's alive.
She's alive. Sorry,
Yeah,
she's alive.
yeah.
For now, no, just kidding. She doesn't die.
Oh my God! But what a tease that could have been. What a tease.
The season's not over yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Love
oh
you,
my
Poonam.
God. Exactly. Truly, it's so weird to also be like, oh wait, if she dies, that would be the best thing for me because I'd get to do scenes with her.
Exactly.
Yeah, and also, you go off. I mean, this isn't a spoiler because you've done it in the past, but you do go off campus or off house.
This is so much like being back at college for
I know,
us. When we go back
exactly.
to Montreal, we'll
Yes.
spend too much time
A
together.
little too much time. But yeah, you get to meet some people out in the real world again too, which is very fun.
Dude, yeah. Sam's never bored.
Does the ghost cast ever get jealous of the human cast because they can change clothes?
Yes, all the time.
But
More
do
than
the
changing
human cast
clothes.
get jealous of the ghost cast because they don't have to do too many fittings?
Yes, we don't.
Yeah.
I will say that whenever I'm on camera, even now, just knowing that there's a lens on me holding this prop, I'm like, am I doing it right? Because
am I allowed
more
to?
than changing costumes, it's holding a prop or being able to lean or, you know what I mean? Like something like that.
But if you consult Asher Grodman,
Yes. Oh my God. I'm
You
rolling
can
my
still-
eyes and out of love.
you can still put your feet on a coffee table.
Yes,
So we're figuring it out
We're
as we go.
figuring out as we go. Yeah.
So what's going on with Nigel?
Oh,
Get my
God.
Oprah pose for this.
Well, I mean, the easiest way to describe it is after I left him at the altar, it's how tragic it would be. Think about if you left somebody in that situation and then you had to live with them for eternity
Right.
on the same property. And so I'm sure it's not easy. There's a lot of like figuring out the rules as we go. But I know that
Have
there's
there
still a
been
lot of
friendship
love.
divisions? Like,
Yes.
yeah, people have chosen. You know, when there's a breakup and you choose which member.
No, we never. I don't think we have. They never go into that route. But they do finally. They do have to have like a reconciling because it's a little frosty at the beginning of this next season.
Okay.
And they're going to find themselves around the same traps.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
But John plays it so funny how depressed he is. It's very, very.
In episode 1, which just came out, oh my gosh, his size, his like woeful size.
Yeah.
You should, and on set.
Episode 2 as well, which you're going to screen today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah.
The levels to which he can kind of play that melancholy.
Yeah.
Are beautiful.
Well, your performance in episode 2 was hilarious. With
Oh,
the whole,
thank
like,
you.
I'm a better I love that. That was such a great episode.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well, also, we know we're getting a Halloween and a Christmas episode. So what can you tease about this series episodes? Because we've heard the Christmas episode brings a bit of a journey for series.
I think I really like event episodes in general on TV shows. I think it brings out, it's so good as an exploration for family. It's an exploration of who people think they are and who they wish their best selves to be. Literally the dressing up of it all I think is helpful. Yeah, we get to see, well, I mean, in short, Sam gets accused of being a witch. So let's add that to her list of things to do on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that patience really tests her on that front, and she's just juggling so much. I feel for her; she is spread so thin. So that's a hard one, I think. To swallow.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
you guys.